I'm watching a movie.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome to my live. My name is Heather Jones. I'm the #1 intuitive teacher in the world, and you guys, every day I come on and I teach you the 7 keys. So there's a lot going on. We're getting ready for Christmas, but I wanted to jump on and share the 7 keys. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. How's everyone doing tonight? They can talk, it's fine. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the 7 keys. So you guys, key #1 is, do you know that you've actually been lied to? So you have been taught the day you were born to silence your truth. And your truth is what will set you free. And they knew that if they could get you to silence your truth for long enough, you would completely doubt yourself and you would never figure out that your body has been trying to tell you what's wrong all this time. So if you've been feeling, hey, welcome guys. If you have been feeling heavy, tired, triggered, overwhelmed, you've been having a sickness that you can't explain, I want to tell you something. Most likely it's not physical. It's actually spiritual. And what do I mean by spiritual? I mean that doctors are not going to be able to do lab work and know what's wrong with you, because what you're dealing with, right? It could be generational trauma. It could be absorbed energy. It could be spiritual warfare. It could be something connected to a past life. So I come on every night and I teach the 7 keys for free. These keys took me over 10 years to find and over $15,000 in certifications. And I have seen miracles happen in people's lives all across the world. So I have seen hundreds, if not thousands of people go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in literal minutes, because they gave themselves the opportunity to stop and listen to their intuition. Listen to what the body has been trying to tell you for years. So key #1, hey Rock. Key #1 is you guys have to stop silencing your truth. Because when you silence your truth, and you guys, this is not an AI backdrop, by the way. I'm at my mom's house right now. And I was like, I'm going to go live in your living room. So if you hear kids talking in the background, it's because they're literally making cookies and pizzas. And so we're getting ready for Christmas Eve. Hey guys. So why is it so important that you start to trust your intuition? Because that is the literal gift that we have been given, that never lies, that always tells the truth with a 99.9% accuracy. So if people knew that they could ask any question, and their body would answer with a 99.9% accuracy, you guys, it would be a game over, right? The system would break down instantly. The matrix as we know it would be destroyed. Because the truth is that whatever you're suffering with right now, whatever you're dealing with, you could know exactly why. And you could know exactly how to fix it. And it's so simple, okay? Everyone overcomplicates things. How do I know this? Because I spent the last 10 years certifying in several different holistic modalities, right? I spent a year certifying and in this incredible program called Breakthrough. This is the same program that Tony Robbins sends his people through, right? My mentor spent $350,000 learning Breakthrough, the same system that he taught me. And I will tell you that you do not need a whole year to certify in the Breakthrough method. What is the Breakthrough method? It is going back to your little child who had experienced some type of emotional or physical or sexual trauma, and you tell them the truth. You tell them what they needed to hear in that moment. Am I a psychologist or a psychiatrist or both? I am neither. So I am an intuitive teacher, the #1 intuitive teacher. So I teach people the 7 keys because, to be honest, Marie, our system is meant to keep people sick and to keep people broken, because you can profit off of sick people. You can profit off of people who continue to live in the past, who continue to live, right, with all the horrible things that happen to them. So what if we could empower people using their own intuition, using the same gift that God gave them? What if we could teach people for free the 7 keys? You guys, every single thing is in the 7 keys. So key #1 is your body has literally, okay, your body is literally trying to tell you that there's something wrong, right? Our body has a secret language. Thank you. This is my mommy's house. So what is the secret language of the body? It is pain, okay? Pain is just communication. And so you have been taught the day you were born to silence your pain as fast as you can. I believe if we quit harming and eating animals, it will cleanse our souls. Yeah, that might be one. So you guys, let's go through the 7 keys. Key number 1 is your body literally speaks to you. Every single time you have felt pain or discomfort, it was your body trying to tell you that there's something wrong here, that you need to pay attention. But what we have been taught to do is silence it with painkillers. So when you go and run and grab a painkiller, you're actually taking away the messenger's voice to tell you exactly what's wrong. And you can ask the messenger, right? What's wrong? What is this pain? And do you know that your body will tell you exactly what it is? Okay? So that is key number 1. Key number 2 is you might be dealing with something physical. Okay? But a lot of you guys are doing parasite cleanses, you're taking vitamins, you're doing detoxes, and they don't even work. Ashley, I swear my illnesses are spiritual. Yeah. I would say most, if not all, start from something spiritual. Okay? Let's talk about the C word. Most holistic doctors and practitioners believe that that started with an emotion. Okay? Because when you have a negative emotion or a feeling or a trauma that happens, it creates a negative energy in your body. That negative energy creates a deficiency because your body is trying to fix that. And then that deficiency, right, causes what? Maybe an overload in parasites. And then you're overloaded in parasites or toxins. And so it just creates this repetitive cycle of sickness. So if you want to know exactly what's wrong with you, and you want to get to the root cause of your money blocks, your relationship problems, right, your money problems, you can use the 7 keys to do exactly that. And you guys, I teach this system. I teach the 7 keys absolutely for free. High cortisol levels from abusive relationships. Now I'm diabetic 1. Yep. Animals will give you parasites. Yeah, I get it. You're a vegan, and I love that for you. Okay? So what I'm here to do is to teach people how to find their own truth and stop relying on external validation to solve all of your problems. Because the number one thing that I have found when I'm working with anyone, right, is they don't trust themselves. They doubt themselves, right? So when I do intuitive testing with people, they always say, will you test? What answer did you get? And I'm like, no, this is about you. Like, you need to test. You need to know what's wrong with you so that you stop relying on these external validations. Thank you, Ashley. So what's key number 3? So we're going through the 7 keys, okay? Key number 2, it could be physical. Where do you teach these 7 keys for free? So I have a free guide, okay? In my guide, I list the 7 keys. And then we go really deep into the first 3 keys. In my $27 guide, right, I teach you each key very deeply and then how to use the 7 keys and how to use the 7 keys for other people. So you're right, it's not that, it's maybe doesn't seem that deep to you, but for people who've experienced sexual trauma or physical trauma or emotional trauma, right, it's deep to them because they don't recognize that those traumas are still showing up in their life as adults. So how does that look for you as an adult who's experienced these traumas? So for me, I can testify that I attracted the worst type of men into my life, right? Abusers, takers, toxic people, because as a child, I experienced trauma and I created beliefs about myself, right? So that is key number 3, emotional trauma. So if you have ever experienced any type of sexual trauma, physical trauma, emotional trauma, religious trauma, or spiritual trauma, any time between the ages of 0 and 25, you did not have the mental capacity to tell yourself the truth about that situation. So what you did do as a child is you kind of buried that down deep, right? Your body protected you from that. Or every once in a while, you have memories of those traumas. So how do you heal that, right? So many people think that you actually have to go relive that experience over and over and over again, okay? I'm sorry, Lee. Yeah. So a lot of us feel like, and a lot of therapies, right, you have to share, right, over and over and over again. And the problem with that is that your brain doesn't know the difference between you remembering the memory and the memory physically happening to you. So no wonder why people don't want to go into their childhood trauma. But the last thing that you need to do is do that. So what I teach in my free guide, you guys, I teach the breakthrough method. All you have to do is go back to that little girl, just see that little girl, that little you, and tell her the truth. Tell her now with your 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old brain who totally understands the truth because she needed to hear it, okay? So I needed to go back in time and tell that little girl, my little self, the truth about her traumas, right? I need to tell her that what happened to her wasn't her fault, that she was plenty of good enough, that she was worthy enough, that she was loved, that she was all those things, okay? And when I did that, it gave her permission to let it go, to heal those traumas. And so now as an adult, I don't have to look back at those traumas because I know the truth about those traumas and the trials that I went through, right? Those were part of my training to become the woman I am today. And I would say I'm grateful for those things because I have learned so much empathy and compassion, right? I can speak to women and help women who've experienced and men's experienced very similar things, right? And now I give permission for people who've experienced those traumas and those trials that you can heal from those things, that they don't have to tear you down anymore, that they don't have to define you. So key number 3 is emotional trauma. So if you have ever experienced any type of those traumas, right? And you're an adult now and you want to know if that's what's physically showing up in your body right now. Are you having physical pain that's like a 10-10 right now because of your childhood trauma? Do you know that you can ask? Do you know that you can ask your body which key? And if it says emotional, your body will tell you exactly what age too and what the emotion was. And the second that you recognize what it is, your body can clear it. Okay? It's incredible. So we're going through the 7 keys. How's everybody doing tonight? Just got super warm in here. Hey, Mom, can you get me some water? How's everybody doing? So we're going through the 7 keys. Got to get some energy in here. Thank you, Becca. So key number 3, if you have ever experienced any type of trauma, okay, in your lifetime and you have not gone back and healed it, doctors aren't going to tell you what's wrong, right? Doctors are going to run labs. They're going to say everything's fine. They're going to give you a bill for a couple $100s and then say, you're fine. You're good. They're going to gaslight you. Thanks, Mom. Sure. I'm not so great. I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's hard, you guys. It's hard for a lot of people out there. How do I know? Because I'm doing one-on-ones with people and it's not great for a lot of people, right? A lot of people are really struggling. They're feeling exhausted. They're feeling fatigued. They're feeling burnt out, right? They're financially strapped. Like so many people are struggling. And now we have the holidays coming up upon us. And you guys, I'm here and I teach these keys for free because I am so tired. I am so tired of this broken system. I am so tired of people not getting real results. When the truth is that you literally have been born with your own crystal ball. God literally gave you a gift, your intuition, your discernment, right? And so we have to learn how to remember how to use that gift. Because once you remember how to use your gift of intuition, you will never be gaslit again. You will never seek external validation for what you need to know and hear. Because the truth is I could talk to each and every single one of you and I can test exactly what's wrong with you in literal seconds. I can know exactly what's wrong with you and get to the root cause of your pain in literal seconds, right? Because I remembered the gift I have and I remembered now how to use it. And you guys can too. So how do you use this gift, right? You have to remember your body is a literal instrument. Your body literally responds to a yes and to a no. Doctors and scientists have proven this. I'm not the only one that teaches it, but I am the only one that teaches this and the keys for free. Good morning. So make sure you guys are following me. Don't lose me. Get my free guide and share the free guide with every single person you know, because it took me over 10 years to learn these keys. It took me over $15,000 in certifications to learn these keys, okay? And I teach them for you for free. Because the truth is that you have been gaslit. You have been taught to silence your pain ever since you were a little child, and now you're a grown adult and you don't trust your intuition. You don't know the difference between a spiritual download and was I just thinking that or did I just make it up? But when you start to learn through intuitive testing how to get a yes, how to get a no, after you start using your body to receive answers, you will then realize intuitively, wow, every time I get a yes, it feels this way in my body. Every time I get a no, it feels this way in my body. And so before you know it, intuitive testing will become second confirmation to what you already know is a yes. So I do this with people every day, right? I help people go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in seconds. Am I a savior? Am I a healer? Am I a medium? Am I a psychic? No. Right? Nope. What I have remembered is that we all have this gift. And so when I spent my last $1,000 on another certification, because she used the right words, she said, if you're a Reiki master, if you're NLP hypnosis, if you're certified in emotion code, theta healing, all these things, I can teach you a better system. And when she said that, I was like, wow, I'm all those things. I wonder what's different that she's teaching. And so I spent the $1,000, and then I knew, and I even told God, I said, God, if she teaches this one thing, because there's no way that she knows all these things unless she's going to teach this one thing. And so sure enough, we're about 2 weeks in, and she starts doing something. I'm going to tell you what that is. She starts doing something, testing, and she's getting instant results for these people, like right to the root cause. And I was like, what are you doing? How are you getting your answers? And she's like, oh, I do testing. Testing what? My intuition. Okay? You guys, some people call it muscle testing. Some people call it kinesiology, right? Doctors and chiropractors figured out that your body knows how to speak to you with a yes or a no. And so I did the certifications. It was really hard for me. I still couldn't figure it out. So I learned a system in Germany called Innerwise, and it was the easiest way to get a yes or a no using your body. Hey! And so once I learned this method and I incorporated the 7 keys, it was a game over. Because here's the truth. When you do all these certifications, you spend thousands and thousands of dollars learning someone else's program, how to heal yourself. They created this huge elaborate system. Good evening. But here's the truth. All you need is your intuition, how to get a yes or no, and the 7 keys to unlock your truth. And you will know instantly, within seconds, the root cause of your pain. And I do it every day. Every day I go live. We do one-on-ones with people, right? Hey, Lori. And what do? I just hold sacred space. I test the 7 keys, which key will unlock truth. And there's 7 of them. And I give you every single key for free. Hey, Angie. Yes, Angie, we could do you first. Okay? We'll work on you first. Not with my healing and not with my divine powers. Do I have healing and divine powers? Yes, we all do. Okay, we all have the ability. Hey, Marsha, welcome back, Queen. So, what are the 7 keys? We already went through the first 3. Okay, key number 1, your body literally speaks to you through pain. Your body, right, speaks to you through pain. Pain is just the messenger. But we have been taught to silence the messenger. Because they knew if we silenced the messenger long enough, right, we would stay sick and we would stay married to the system. Because they, right, profit off of sick people. They can't profit off of healed people. Yes, Jess. So she said, this is so cool. I've done pendulum testing, but it doesn't feel 100% accurate. So I will say this about pendulum testing and dowsing rods. I have been taught or downloaded recently that spirit is blocking a lot of those systems, because God is wanting us to use our own bodies, our own intuition, right? Because we can use our bodies to test yes or no. Yeah. So if it's feeling off, like the pendulum or the things aren't working, it's because those things are being stopped so that you can start trusting your intuition, so you can start getting those download hits quickly, like yes, no, okay? So I would start practicing using your body to get your yes and your no. And I teach you guys how for free in my free guide, okay? I teach you a very simple, easy way to get your yes and no. And then I give you the 7 keys for free. I'm excited to hear how you test. Yeah, so I do intuitive testing. I learned this technique in Germany, and it is so easy. I teach that in my $27 guide. So, I'm sorry, Evan. So yes, so if you click my picture, my profile picture twice, you will see it right there, okay? My stand store. Yes, G, that's exactly right. So make sure you get my free guide. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you share this with everybody you know, you guys, because I'm only one person. Thank you, Brock. Thank you, Brock. So if you have not heard about the 7 keys before, you are in for a treat, because these 7 keys are life-changing. They have totally changed my life. I wish somebody would have shared my free guide with me when I was in my 30s, in my 40s, right? It would have changed my entire life. It would have saved me thousands of dollars of mistakes. It would have saved me thousands of dollars on medical bills that I didn't need, because I would have known exactly what my body needed, okay? And I was gaslit for my pain, okay? How many of you guys have been gaslit for your pain? You told there's nothing wrong with you, right? You've been told they've done scans, blood work, the whole gamut. I got your free guide. I just cannot print. You don't have to print it. That's fine. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan said, yes, the guide is on point. Yes. So here's the thing. I was gaslit for my pain, okay? When I was 21, I started getting severe migraines. And I literally thought I was dying because I was getting them so severely. I was in bed for like every single day for 3 to 4 hours. And I was like, I have to have a tumor. So I went to the doctor, right? The family doctor. He prescribed me or sent me to a specialist. I went to a specialist. The specialist ran a bunch of labs. And then he came back and he said, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just getting migraines. And you guys, migraines are not normal, okay? Migraines are not normal. Any pain is not normal, right? Pain is just communication. Pain is your body saying SOS. We need help here, okay? But instead of helping, right, we silence with painkillers, okay? Yep, Imitrex. Wow, that's what you're on right now. Imitrex, Quilta, Botox, all those things. Thank you, Shelby. So for over 11 years, I dealt with migraines, a lot of them, consistently, okay? And it wasn't until I had an experience where I couldn't get to my medication that I reached out to a friend because I was terrified, because I could not get to my medication. And I knew that if I went full-blown migraine, I'd have to go to the emergency room. So I reached out to my friend and I said, hey, she was a spiritual healer. I said, hey, can you tap into my pain? Like, I need help. And so she did, and she got permission. And then when she called me back, she said, Heather, you are being attacked by legions of entities. And I got a tingle, like a chill up the spine of my neck. And I knew that what she was saying was 100% true. And so I went in the bathroom and I tried to cast out, right? But my mouth was bound shut. I couldn't. So I called out in my mind, right? I asked for protection. I asked for a clearing. And that was the first time in over 11 years I did not get a full-blown migraine without medication. And for those of you guys who are on here, you know exactly the power of that, because we know that when we're about to get a full-blown migraine and you do not take your medication, you will be sick in bed, throwing up, vomiting from the pain, and needing to go to the emergency room, okay? So I'm not saying that your migraines are caused from the spiritual key, demonic entities, but what I am saying is that it could be, and you could know, you could test, right? Yeah, I call on Archangel Michael for protection. Someone says I call upon Jesus, right? So the truth is that I teach these keys not to make you fear scary things, but to teach you that you're super empowered. You have so much power that the second that you test for something that's demonic or unclean, you can clear it. Yeah. And we wonder why there's an epidemic of migraines. Yes. So We're going through the 7 keys, you guys. We already talked about the first 3, right? Your body speaks to you through pain. Pain is just a secret messenger. Hey, Mom, can you ask Evan or Lily if I can get a charger?
Evan, do you have a charger for your mom?
Will you ask Lily if she can get me a charger? Sorry, guys, my phone's gonna die. So the next key is physical, right? It could be physical, but we want to know what. Thank you. We want to know what the physical key is. So you guys do know that your body will tell you exactly what's wrong. It will tell you if you have parasites, and it'll tell you exactly which parasites. Your body will tell you if you have a toxic overload. It will tell you which toxins. Your body will tell you if you have a nutrient deficiency and what your body needs, either a food or a supplement or an emotional clearing. Okay? And then your body will tell you if you have multiple. Sometimes people have multiple nutrient deficiencies, multiple parasites, multiple toxins. But your body can know. Okay? Your body can test with a 99.9% accuracy. How do I know this? Because doctors and scientists have already proven this. Okay? I'm not the only one that teaches these things, but I am the only one that teaches them for free, and I teach you the 7 keys. So the 7 keys are what are so life-changing, because this is how you use them. When I have pain, right? Pain is the messenger. I'm asking, what is this? Okay? And the keys just unlock truth. Is it physical, spiritual, emotional, generational, past life, or absorbed? And when your body says yes to one, right, then you become a detective. Then you become a detective. And so if it says it's absorbed energy or generational or whatever, I start asking more questions. Once the messenger says you don't need to know anymore, yeah, all those things, Raven, hormonal imbalance, mental illness, you name it, I got it. I'm walking a human pharmacy. Yeah. So Raven, you need to get my free guide, Queen, and you need to start talking to your body. Ask your body which is first priority. Okay? And your body will tell you which key is first priority. Yeah, that works. And then when you clear that key, you're going to ask, show me the next key, show me the next key, until you clear all the keys. Okay? All right. So if you guys want to grab my $27 guide, just so you know, it's only $27 till January 1st, and that's going to go up to $47. Even then, it's $15,000 of information in a, thanks, Mommy. Yes, Frock. So you guys, the reason why I teach these things and why I charge is because I spent over a decade in certifications I didn't need. I spent over $15,000 in certifications I just didn't need, right? I had to go finding out this information because I was trying to heal myself. So you guys, I teach these keys because I lived these keys, right? I lived through the physical trauma, the sexual trauma, the emotional trauma, the religious trauma, the spiritual trauma, okay? I lived through the generational trauma. I lived through the spiritual trauma, spiritual abuse, okay? I'm a massive empath because of my traumas. And so therefore, right, I had to learn to set boundaries and stop taking on everyone's energy and stop letting people just dump on me, right? Because I'm a nice person. Madame, why PDF fails to download from your email? Did it get sent to your email and it's not downloading? If that's the case, send me a message and I'll resend it, okay? I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it didn't upload. But just send me a private message and I'll make sure to resend that, okay? So these 7 keys, I've lived through them. They are what keeps me alive today and healthy and happy, okay? I still have hard days, I still have pain, but I don't have pain for a very long time because I tap into my pain in seconds and I clear it in minutes. So when I have pain, I ask, what is it? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? And then when my body tells me what it is, it's just the messenger. As soon as the messenger tells me what's wrong, guess what she does? She leaves. Okay? She's the messenger. But when you silence the messenger, she's not going anywhere. Okay? She's going to get louder and louder and cause more physical disruption in the body. Right? Not because she's trying to hurt you, but because she's trying to help you, right? It's the SOS. Help me, there's something wrong here in your chest. It's not yours. help me, there's something wrong here in your neck. It's not yours. So what you have to do is you have to become the investigator and ask which key. Which key? Keys are just gateways, right, to unlock truth. So what's the next key, right? Physical, emotional trauma, generational trauma. So do you know that they have proven, who in here has looked up the research on the study of mice, epigenetics? Do you know that they studied mice and that they have proven through epigenetics that generational fears, phobias, sicknesses, and diseases can be passed down from generations? Okay? They have proven this. So what does that mean? That means that you could, to this day, have fears, phobias, sicknesses, diseases, okay? Passed down generationally. What could be a fear that was passed down generationally? It could be a fear of money. It could be the mindset of scarcity. And you wonder why you're broke at home, because you have all of this generational belief systems trapped in your DNA. Okay? And no matter how hard you work, how hard you try, right, you can't bring the money in because there are blocks. And you cannot spiritually bypass the lessons that you have came here to learn. So this is a great question. Brock said, if I clear a generational from 5 back, does it clear my kids and future ones? It will clear, because here's the thing, if you already had your babies, okay? If you already had your babies, they have those epigenetics in their DNA, okay? But what you do as a parent, fear of speaking your truth because you were silenced in a past life or standing up for yourself. Yes. That could be one. So guys, here's what you do. If you already have children and they're grown, you can clear generational, right? You need to teach your children how to use these keys. You need to teach your children to stop silencing their pain. You need to teach your kids when they get a headache that it's not always physical, that you need to ask your body, hey, is this something generational? Is this something emotional trying to come up? Is this something spiritual? Are you being attacked, right? The fiery darts of the adversary, a demonic entity, an unclean spirit, a familiar, a curse, a hex. Because if you just take a painkiller, it's not doing anything but silencing your truth. And that's what happens to patients in the mental hospital who go through psychosis, right? We're not silencing the messenger, or we are silencing the messenger. We're not helping them. We're silencing their spiritual gifts. We're silencing people's spiritual gifts. And then, right, they put them on a ton of medications. And then as the medications come off, what happens? They start seeing and hearing things again. Because that is the spiritual gift. You guys, we are all antennas of light. But what happens is a lot of us turn on our light. It's like turning on a radio station. But you don't have any boundaries to your light. So everything comes in. Everything comes swarming in, right? The good, the bad, the dark, the evil, the scary, the terrifying. And so here you are with these beautiful spiritual gifts. But the problem isn't that your spiritual gifts are awakened. The problem is that you have no boundaries. You have no walls to protect yourself. So all these things are coming in. Yep, like moths to a flame. You sound like you studied Kabbalah. I haven't, but I've studied a lot. So I teach in my spiritual mastery course how to set boundaries, right? How to set terms, how to consecrate our space, how to consecrate our hands, right? How to consecrate our bodies to light and to truth, because I don't want any distortion in my life. So you guys use these keys to teach your kids, okay? Because if you have, and here's another thing too. So many parents think that if they just teach or be the most amazing parent that their kids won't have any trials or traumas. That's not going to happen, okay? Kids, we are meant to come to this earth to experience traumas and trials. That is our hashtag training. So I came here to experience these things, right? And my parents could not save me from my trials or my traumas, okay? If they would have plucked me out of every single hard thing in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today. Just like a tree, right? A tree without strong roots is going to get wiped out with each storm. So with each storm, a tree gets stronger and stronger and stronger until it is a solid, massive oak tree, right? And that's where I am today, right? You become this solid tree. That's when a storm comes, it's like, come at me, I gotcha, right? That's what these keys do. These keys teach you, right, how to take the trials and the traumas to become, right, what you were meant to become. It takes the lessons, right? It takes the lessons that you had to learn. You know, I work with a lot of sexual trauma survivors. And I tell them, what's the one thing you learned from that trauma? And most of them cry and they just say, unconditional love for people who've experienced that. An overwhelming amount of empathy when I hear somebody else experience that, because I understand what that feels like to have gone through that. Okay? So, our traumas and our trials are our #training, and they are meant, right, to help us, to teach us. So these keys, you guys, they help you so you don't spiritually bypass, right? So many people today are trying to spiritually bypass. They want to manifest $1 million. They want to manifest the dream relationship, but you have to do the work. And what I mean by the work is that you have to recognize why you are attracting the bad relationships, why you have no money in your bank account, why you're super sick, okay? And the keys help you unlock that truth so you can clear it, so you can learn the lesson. So what does that look like when it comes to money blocks, right? So I, right, had this big dream. Yep, manifesting $1 million won't mean anything if your nervous system cannot hold it. Exactly. And why can't your nervous system hold it? Because there are some belief systems, there are some keys we need to clear. So let's say you want to make 10K a month, right? I'm going to ask my body, which key needs to unlock me making 10K a month? Where do I have beliefs or systems that need to be cleared? Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life absorbed? I will tell you, a lot of us have emotional traumas or belief systems that are wrapped around wealth. We have generational, right? Fears. We have spiritual blocks. There could be something karmic, past life, okay? So you can use these keys, you guys, for everything, for literally everything. Because all you're really doing is tapping into your intuition, your gift from God that never lies, that always tells the truth. And you're asking, show me a yes or a no. Do I have a block to make this money? Is there a reason why I keep attracting a-holes into my life? Okay. And it'll say yes, emotional. Yes, generational. Yes, past life. Yes, absorbed energy. Yes, spiritual. Okay. Are these things making sense? Are you guys getting it? It's so simple, but we've chosen, or we've been lied to, right, to overcomplicate things. You guys, this is my mom's house. Everyone's complimenting your Christmas tree, Mom.
Oh.
And it's not even what she usually does, you guys.
Well, it's my
like,
fireplace that's pretty this year.
Yeah. She's like, it's her fireplace that's pretty. Here, I'll show you guys. She's one of those foo-foo princess girls who she's an interior designer, so she does her house incredible. So, I love my mom, right? Should I tell them where you grew up?
Sure, you can tell them anything you want.
So my mom grew up in a trailer park. In a trailer, right, Mom?
Yes, one little bedroom.
A single wide travel trailer, okay? That's where my mom came from. My dad came from a very similar, very poor poverty. And I lived in a trailer park for a little bit when my parents divorced. And it's not bad, right? It's just, anyways, my mom loves to make things beautiful because that's her gift too. She turns trash into treasure and she's amazing. But I inherited, right, a lot of limiting beliefs about my worth and my value. And my mom did too. And I inherited some limiting beliefs about that from her. And I have since been able to overcome a lot of those things, and she has too. But you guys, this 7 keys helped me so much. Started from the bottom, now you're here. Yes. Yeah. And you guys, I would just say, I just recently, right? I am 41. I just recently started making the amount of money I'm making in my 40s, right? So I have done a couple, I think the most I did was 40K in a month, but it was doing something else I didn't love. And this was the first time in my business helping people that I did $20,000, right? And I used the keys to do it. I used the keys. So you guys, I cleared generational trauma, emotional trauma, spiritual blocks, karmic blocks. Do you guys want to know what the last thing was that I needed to clear? Because I kept asking, what is it? What is it? What's blocking me from hitting these money goals? Okay. Emotional. Yes, Nikki. I had a fear of being seen. Yes. Yes, God does reward us when we give gifts. So you guys, I had a fear of being seen. Now, when I kept testing this, I was like, no, I don't. Yay, Faded Owl, you can hire us. So you guys, I had a fear of being seen. And it's a different fear of being seen. It was a fear of being seen speaking truth, speaking these keys, telling people that I saw demonic entities as a child, telling people that I had experiences with the spiritual realm, teaching people that they could heal themselves in literal minutes, right? That was my fear. My fear was that people wouldn't believe me, or that people would say, who does she think she is, right? That was my fear. And so it wasn't until that I went all in and I said, I don't care. I'm going to teach these things. Because I couldn't deny in my one-on-ones after one-on-one after helping people and seeing miraculous healing over and over and over again. And I knew that all I needed to do was create the system and people would come, and it happened. Yeah, energy healing. I had to work through the fear of being seen too. Yeah. You guys, that is a big one. There's only five major blocks, money blocks. And you guys know in January, we're actually doing a 40-day money ritual where we actually do the work to clear all the money blocks. We're doing this for free in my spiritual mastery course, but if you feel called to join the spiritual mastery course, right, this is for you. Because we go deep into being seen, being heard, using your spiritual gifts, tapping into your spiritual gifts, right? It's amazing. So let's keep going through the keys. We're doing really good. So how are we doing on the keys? For me, I am unable to differentiate my own thoughts and messages from spirit. Yeah, that's most people, Lee. So that's, I would say, more than 90% of the people on the earth today do not know how to differentiate because we have been taught to silence our truth, right? Think of children. They know exactly how to react or to feel. They ask a million questions. They cry when they're sad. They get mad. They let out their energy, right? So now as adults, we have to relearn how to become like little children. Why do you think God said, become like little children to make it into the kingdom of heaven? Because we were so divinely connected to our truth, which is within us, right? The kingdom of God is within us, that we were so divinely connected as children. We didn't doubt or have fears. We loved everybody unconditionally. We didn't see color. We didn't see religion, right? We saw truth. So if you can go back to your truth that never lies and that never tells, right? That always tells the truth, okay? You will never, ever, ever be led astray. So how do you start tapping into your intuition? You start with testing with your yes and your no. Okay, scientists have already proven this. Your body literally responds to yes and no through muscle. Okay? Chiropractors figured this out. Doctors and scientists figured this out. Does fears like this always sit in the body even though it's emotional? Yes. Because our body is what's holding us and anchoring us to this earth, right? So our body is what communicates and holds everything for us, right? All our traumas, all our trials, it holds on to everything, right? This is what we're here to do, experience life so we can ascend. So yes, we need to start trusting our intuition. So how do you do this, right? I have a free guide. I teach you a way. Once you start practicing your yes and your no, over time, you're going to start recognizing something happens. You're going to recognize that every single time I test yes, my body feels a certain way. I hear something, I see something, I smell something, I taste something. In my mind's eye, I see something, right? These are all spiritual gifts. Everybody receives differently. That's why nobody teaches personal revelation. I do. But that's why nobody can say you will receive your yes this way, because it doesn't work for everybody. Okay? That's why some people say, well, I don't feel that way, so I must be broken. I don't see those things, so I must be broken. I don't hear those things, so I must be broken. No. It's because you receive differently than me. And so as you start testing yes over and over, using your body, you're going to start paying attention to your body's signals. And you're going to be like, wow, I knew that was a yes even before I tested. And you're going to be like, wow, I knew that was a no even before I tested no. So the intuitive testing becomes second confirmation to what you already know is a yes and a no. Okay? Does that make sense? So it's okay if you don't trust yourself right now. I didn't either, because that's the programming we have to rewrite, right? That is the matrix we have to get out of. That is the lies that we've been taught that we have to recognize, the distortion, okay? The distortion is that our body doesn't know. The distortion is we can't know. The distortion is we have to always seek external validation. Yeah, I am very sensitive and I can't take whoever says something personally. Yeah, I couldn't either. I had the hardest time with people telling me what to do. I'm one of those people, right? My dad tried to tell me what to do. My mom, right? The bishops, the pastors, the teachers, the coaches. I was always a very strong, willful child. And I'm like, why? Okay? I'm a seeker of truth. So I was never one to just lay down and just listen to what everybody else said. I had to learn for myself. I'm very independent, a very independent thinker. My family would all agree, right? Heather's the one that speaks her truth and goes off on a limb. So if you guys want to learn a system, you guys, these keys, they're non-denominational, okay? They're not religious, right? They're just keys to unlock your truth. And these keys are living keys. So my spiritual experiences are going to be totally different from someone in Africa or someone in the Netherlands or someone in Ireland, right? We all experience and learn different things culturally, right? That just means that whatever is spiritually good for you will be spiritually good. Whatever is spiritually bad or negative, you will test and know what that is. Generational trauma is pretty similar, right? We know we can have generational trauma from mom and dad, right? I also teach the last key, which is past lives, okay? I believe in multiple lives, multiple probations, right? A lot of people in my family don't, and that's okay. But a lot of people that I know believe that they were something before they came into this earth, and they will be something when they leave this earth. So all that means is if you test yes for a past life, something before you came into this life needs to be cleared so you can move forward in this life. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you, Shelby. Yes, you have to use a Gmail or a Yahoo, or else if it's like a weird email, it will send it out. Okay? If you want to, you can go to my website, heatherashleyjones.com, and you can put in your email there. And my free guide is in my Live Empowered course on my website. It's not on my website. The free guide is in my Live Empowered course. So if you go to courses and go to Live Empowered, okay, the free guide is in that course. Okay? That one will use your different email, if you have a different email. So you guys, the 7 keys are extremely powerful. You will become your own intuitive investigator, right? What is this pain? Why am I sick? Why do I keep inviting toxic relationships in my life? Why do I continue to allow my toxic family to ruin and control my life? Why do I allow friends to treat me horribly? Why do I allow coworkers or bosses to treat me a certain way? Hey, Heather. Hey, Heather, I get the feeling of something is about to happen. This actually saved us. Robbery. Oh, that is intuition, right? That might be your spiritual gift, right? A part of your spiritual gift. So, oh, you did the ivermectin. Yeah. So I know a lot of people are doing the ivermectin and they're actually making themselves worse. So you guys have to do your research before you just jump into things, okay? Because a lot of people are actually injuring themselves by doing things that their body isn't ready for, and they're not doing the proper protocols. Because, oh, hey, Faded, what were you saying? I can't find the words that not only protect me, but bind them. So this is what I say if it's spiritual warfare, because I kept having the same experience in my shoulder, this spiritual attack, this demonic attack. And I reached out to a friend and I'm like, I swear I keep clearing the same thing. And she's like, oh, because it's leaving a tracker. So every time you go to a clearing, it like leaves dimensions. And then when you're done doing the clearing, it comes back. But it leaves like a little microscopic pin tracker on you, and then it comes back. So this is how I clear. And there's no right or wrong way to clear, you guys. Anything that's spiritual that you don't want into your life. Yes, Christy. I seen a car accident before it happened. So, like coworker, any type of things that are put on you, a curse, a hex, voodoo, demonic, okay? This is how I clear those things. Okay, I close my eyes and I say, I command any demonic entity, fiery dart of the adversary, curse, hex, okay, to leave my body in all timelines, dimensions, and space. I become invisible. You cannot find me. I become invisible, okay? I remove any trackers or devices that have been put in my body. You can never find me. And I bind you and I cast you out for all eternity. Okay? And my name's Sahaya. In the name of Jesus. Okay? And you can say in the name of God, you can say in the name of Mary, whoever your creator is, because this is my belief. We have loving creators, and they're not going to punish us for not saying their name correctly. Right? If I had a child that I brought into the world to learn and grow, right? They had to forget all about me. They had to learn who I am. And then they somehow say my name wrong, but they're connected to me and they're doing the best they can and their intentions are to do good and bring good to the world. I'm not going to curse them for all eternity to go to hell because you did not say my name right. Greetings. So, these keys help you to unlock your truth. If you're just now joining, you guys, stop silencing your truth. Who puts these trackers in? It could be demonic, it could be unclean, a familiar. There's so many different ways, right? I do not have a video, but I have learned intuitively what to say with practicing, right? I could write a whole entire book, multiple books on spiritual warfare alone, on demonic entities, on familiars, on unclean spirits. Some people call them earth wanderers, right? So there's so much different language and verbiage, culturally too, right? The Indians have their spiritual culture. The Hispanics have their spiritual culture, right? Africans have their spiritual culture, right? Irish people, right? We all have these legends or spiritual things. We all have our own terminology. So that is why these keys become your living keys. What is spiritual to you? Your body will speak to you in the language it resonates with you, okay? So I can't know everything. So when I'm working with people, I've learned to ask questions. I learned to speak to the messenger. So you have to learn how to speak to your messenger, right? You have to learn how to ask the right questions. What is this? Is it spiritual? Do I need to know what it is? Okay, and start listing things that you're aware of and your verbiage. Some people don't believe in demonic entities or unclean spirits. So if they don't, right, their body's going to try to communicate in a way that makes sense to them. Well, this is just dark energy, right? This is ego or shadow work. And you're like, oh, okay, I get that. Okay, do I need to know more? Nope, so you can clear it. Is this making sense? So you guys, I absolutely love these keys because every time I work with people, I can get to the root cause of their problems, of their pain, of their blocks in literal seconds. And you can too. Thank you. Sending love to you and your mommy. I'm here with my mom too. She's cleaning though and getting ready for Christmas Eve. And I love my mom. So if you have not already, thank you so much for following me, being part of this tribe of community of people who are speaking truth and sharing these keys. You guys, I share these keys for you to teach everyone. Thank you, Sugar. Jesus is the way, right? Jesus also taught you can do what I can do and even greater things can you do, right? What does that mean? You can do what I can do and even greater things, right? Jesus showed us, he was the perfect example. And he said that drink from my well, which is from within, and you will never thirst again. So we got to stop drinking from everybody else's well because you'll be thirsty for the rest of your life. Yay! Paris! Paris is in my spiritual mastery course. You guys, I love her. This is someone that I'm talking about who has a different spiritual background, right? Lots of tribal heritage, right? Patriarchy. And so when you're born in culture, rich history, you're going to have a different spiritual verbiage than I will, okay? I grew up in a very prominent religion, and so I have very different spiritual beliefs or perceptions of what I'm dealing with, okay? It doesn't make it any lesser or wrong or more right. It just makes it different, okay? Janet, hi, Queen. Okay, so who did I say I would test first? So it's 10 o'clock. Hey, Mom, do you know what time I got on? We're going to do some one-on-ones. Merry Christmas, Christy. Thanks for joining my live tonight. So Fated will definitely test you. Lee. Angela, your mama. Okay. You're so welcome, Maya. And you guys. Oh, Nakia. Is your mom on here? Which one is your mom, Nakia? So you guys, yeah, thank you so much for tapping the screen. My goal is to get to 100K. Not because it pays me any money or does anything other than the fact that TikTok will start sharing these lives to other people and it will give other people these keys for free, right? It will literally tell TikTok people like this information. It will share it with other people on the For You page, right? And people will see these keys for free. And please share. You can share the live, but even better, share my free guide. Okay, thank you, Rock. What do you mean by test? I mean test with your intuition, yes or no. Visiting for the holidays. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Hey, Mom, do you have, hold on, you guys. I got to get my notepad so I can write these things down. I'll be right back.
In there anymore.
Do you have a pen? I just need a pen. I can write on this. Just Priya, welcome.
You find something?
I just need a pen.
No, you don't.
Oh. All right. I'm just waiting for a pen. Hi, Golden. I teach the 7 keys for free. So if you haven't gotten my free guide yet, that's a great place to start. But if you are someone who feels tired, sick, exhausted, you're broke, okay? It's because you've been lied to. The 7 keys teach you how to unlock your truth and get to the root cause of your pain in literal seconds, okay? So thanks for following. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for hitting those hearts, you guys. Let's try to get it to 100K. We'll stay on until we get to 100K. I'll do as many readings as I can Not readings. That's like psychic medium. I'll hold sacred space for as many people as I can.
I just have a scripture marker. Oh, that's not gonna work. And a broken pencil and an eyeliner.
Hey Shelby, do you remember, you guys, thanks to my beautiful Shelby helping out on the live. She's also in my spiritual mastery course. We have so many incredible women in the course. Use the eyeliner. Nikia heard you. What if I believe my root cause is generational curse and trauma and I can't shake it? We can test. We can test that, Faded.
I gotta go upstairs.
Okay. So you guys, I can't write these things down because I don't have a pen. Oh, do you remember who I said we would do you first? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go through the list and I'm just going to start rapid fire testing. So you have to give me permission. If I test no, then you didn't give me permission. Right? I teach you guys exactly how to do this in my $27 guide. It's going to go to $47 in January, just so you know. So get it before the New Year's. I heard Lee. Okay, yeah, I don't remember. Okay, so we're just gonna go. If you need me to tap in for you, I'm not doing the clearing, I'm just testing what it is, and then you do the clearing. So how do you clear? Oh, my hip. Oh, look at all these pens.
I know, but I never know what's gonna work.
Oh, this one works.
Okay.
Thanks. Hold on, I gotta stand up. I got something in my hip. Oh, it's from the chair. I'll clear this demonic energy. Okay, picking up some pain in my hip. Thank you, Shelby. Okay, so let me go scroll back up here and I'll go through the messages one at a time. So what you're going to do is when I test which key and I tell you to clear it, this is how you clear. This is the fastest way I have seen anybody clear in literal seconds, okay? It might take minutes for integration, but you can clear in seconds. You hold unconditional love for your body. You just hold sacred space. When's the last time you held sacred space for your body to process all the emotions? Okay, then you're going to tap into the pain. Usually, and if you don't have pain, usually when we do the clearing, you'll feel where that pain is all of a sudden. You're like, ooh, I just got to pinch my shoulder. You'll get hot, you'll get sweaty, you'll get cold, you'll get lightheaded. But all you're going to do is you're going to breathe in unconditional love, and then you're going to breathe that pain out until that pain leaves your body, okay? We got it? Yeah, Brock, we can clear something new. For sure. And then we could definitely do Angela, your mama. I love my mommy too. She's so cute. Okay, Faded. Let's ask. I have permission to work with Faded? Yes. Okay, what is the first key? Okay, I always ask, what is the first key? I don't just go jumping into what you think it is. I ask my body, what is it? Okay, so what is the first key for Faded? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. From dad. How many generations back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does she need to know the emotions? So 5 generations back. You need to know the emotions. I don't have my emotions with me. So just tap into whatever emotion comes up for you and clear that. I command this trauma that was passed down generationally to be cleared from my body now in all timelines, dimensions, and space. Okay, Faded? See that leave your body. What's the next key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Absorbed. Does she need to know more? Yes. Mom, dad, brother, sister. If it's not a sister, it's like a friend. Does she need to know the age? Yeah. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15. Absorbed energy at 15. Do you need to know more? Yes, the emotion. Same. I don't have my emotional chart, so just tap into the emotion you feel needs to be cleared from 15. You guys, when you have an emotional block or an age that this happened, you can pretty much know, your body will tell you the exact moment that happened. And if it didn't tell you the exact moment, you just command it to be cleared, okay? You think it was Christy? Okay. Is there another key for faded? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Absorbed again. Are there multiple absorbed? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10. Okay, so faded, you are a massive empath. Which means you have absorbed multiple energies, and you need to command all of those to leave your body in all timelines, dimensions, and space. And then you need to set terms to your antenna, to your energy. Stop allowing people to dump on you. Okay? You're not the garbage man anymore. You're not here to take on people's crap anymore. Okay? You can intentionally do that when you're working with someone and you're holding that sacred space, but you got to stop doing that. Seal up your energy. You have to do that through terms and boundaries. Those are all the keys faded for tonight. So if you guys want to learn how exactly I'm doing this, right, get my $27 guide. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I'm not a healer, right? I'm just using the keys to test, to unlock truth. Annette. Okay? I have permission, yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Absorbed, Annette, is the first key. From a sister. Annette, how old are you? Because this was recently. So clear that absorbed energy from all timelines, dimension, and space. I'm going to just ask what's the most important key, you guys, because I can't do everyone. Okay, Onyx, back pain, trauma, and I give you permission. Okay, I have permission from Onyx, yes. Back pain, trauma. What's the first priority? The trauma? Nope, the back pain. Is the back pain tied to the trauma? Yes, okay. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So there's absorbed energy there, Onyx, that's not yours. So command that to be cleared. Is there an emotional trauma? Yes. At age 8, Onyx. So I want you to see your 8-year-old little self, and I want you to tell her the truth about whatever happened. Okay? And clear that. That's the top priority. Will that clear the back pain? Yep, that'll clear the back pain. Janet, stomach pain, nausea. What's top priority? Stomach pain? Nope, the nausea. Are the nausea and stomach pain connected? Nope, they're different. So you got to test them differently, Janet. So we'll test the nausea for now. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life? So absorbed energy. It's not yours. That will clear the nausea. Is there other keys attached to the nausea? Nope. So Janet, did you set terms and consecrate your space? Clear those absorbed energies. Faded, my stomach is doing flips. Okay, that's integration. So just keep breathing in to your stomach and just clear that energy out. Good job. Good job. All right, Angela. So we'll do Lee and then we'll do your mama, Angela. Lee, trauma, shoulder pain, lower back, and migraines. Okay, so we're going to ask Lee what's first priority, because there's a lot of them. It's first priority trauma, shoulder, joint pain, lower back. So the first is lower back. Okay, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. It's absorbed energy in your back. It's not yours. Does she need to know more? Yes. Ooh, it's from your dad. Multiple generations back. So this is like an anchor for like generational trauma from your dad. You guys, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I'm using intuitive testing. I'm asking yes or no questions. So what am I doing? I'm asking, is this, yes or no? Is this, yes or no? My yeses and my nos test with a 99.9% accuracy because I'm connected to source. I've consecrated my space, right? You can do the same thing. I'm not special, I promise. Angela, what are we working on? What are we working on for mom? And then for you guys who are doing the clearing, let me know how you're feeling. Okay? What's so funny, Christy? Look at all these people with so much trauma and pain. If you have not gotten my free guide and you are wanting me to do a clearing or to hold sacred space, you are doing yourself a disservice because I'm literally teaching you how to fish. I'm teaching you exactly how to do this for yourself so that you never need anybody else to fish for you. Okay? You will never ever go hungry because you will have truth. I promise you the hardest thing for everyone watching this is to start trusting their intuition. I promise you. When you can get over that and start trusting that your yes is a yes and your no is a no, you can literally know every single question that you have. Good job, Lee. Good job. You're welcome. Okay, Angela. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shelby. Okay, I could test for Angela. Yes. Oh, shoot. That deleted. Trauma in the back pain. I love that, Faded. So we need to work on our trauma first. Back pain first, Angela. So if you guys have multiple pains, right, you're going to ask your body, what's first priority? Your body's going to tell you. Then you go through all the keys, clear that. Then you say, then now what? Then you clear that. Sometimes they might be connected, right? But if they're not, you need to test them separately. I can't get my son is not home. I don't know how to do it. If you want to do this for your son, is that what you mean? Okay, so Angela, back pain is priority. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? A lot of people carry energy in their back or their chest or their neck, okay? And you'll realize that you'll clear these keys and then it'll come back again. It's not that your neck always hurts. That's where the messenger pokes you. That's like the spiritual spot. Okay, my spiritual spot is here and here. Okay, when I feel emotion, it's here or here. And it's not that I'm constantly having chest pain and neck pain. It's just that's where my messenger chooses to poke me all the time. Some people get poked in the back all the time. Okay, you don't have to keep that back pain. It's just the messenger saying, here's more, clear it, here's more. Okay, so Angela, absorbed energy from your dad. Okay, lots of stored energy from your dad. So again, I want you to command this absorbed energy. It's not mine, to leave my back now. It is not mine. I command it to leave, and then breathe in unconditional love. Okay, unconditional love transmutes everything. Okay? So make sure you guys are following me. Make sure that you get my free guide. And thanks for tapping the screen. We're almost there, you guys. We're almost halfway to 100K. Let's try to get to 100K in the next 30 minutes. I know we can do it. I honestly do not get paid from my TikTok lives with the hearts and the likes, okay? Those don't pay me any money. I don't care about that. I care about people getting this information, because if we can help one person, right? When we throw the starfish in the ocean, there's a million of them. Someone said, why did you throw that one starfish in the ocean? There's hundreds of them. Because it mattered to that one. So I promise you there is going to be one person who hears this information and it completely transforms their life. That's what happened to me. Light sensation is in between my shoulders like a hand. That is all I feel now. Happens a lot. Ooh. Faded, is that how you receive? Yes. That is your messenger. That is a part of your spiritual gift. Okay? So you need to set terms and boundaries to that and get more in tune and clear on what that means for you. But that is a part of your spiritual gift, yes. That's really cool, Faded. Super cool. All right, thank you guys so much for liking and sharing. Let's get to 100K so that one person who needs to hear this information hears it, because I teach these keys for free. It took me over 10 years and over $15,000 in certifications. I'm the only one that I know that teaches it for free. Okay, Leah. If I don't see you and I haven't responded, message me again. Leah, neck, upper back pain and jaw pain, fatigue, and don't have my period. Okay. I don't have permission, Leah. You have to give me permission. I have to have permission. Lee, my pain is now spreading like period pain, but I feel it leaving. Good. Yep, command it to leave. Okay, test is there another key, right? Test. You guys, in my free guide, I teach you how to use your body to get a yes or a no. Test, is there another key? Hey, Raven. Raven, 72, permission granted. 53 years young. Ooh, queen. You are in your prime. You are in your oracle years. I got the whole enchilada. And then Lee. Oh, will you pin Raven? I missed it. Okay, so she's got the whole enchilada. So if she's got the whole enchilada, I'm just going to ask, what's the first key to unlock her truth? Physical, emotional, spiritual, gender. I knew it. Raven. Raven with the past life key. When people have multiple in their whole body, I know something big is trying to come through, and you've been silencing your truth for a freaking long time. Is it the persecution's cross? Yes. So Raven, if you're new here, you guys, I talk about the persecution's cross. That's part of the past life key. Okay. You are meant to clear that persecution's cross from lifetimes of being silenced for your truth. Okay. You were brought to this earth to experience traumas and trials. You are one of those people where it's more than most. Your traumas and trials have been more than most. And that was very intentional for your purpose, because you are meant to be seen as a leader, to speak your truth, to be heard and to be seen, and to be a light. Okay? You are a light to people who need your words, your truth. Because when I speak these keys, I speak truth because I experienced them. I lived them. You will do the same when you are ready to be fully seen and heard. Okay? Raven is my sis. I love that. So Raven, this is a big one. How do you clear a persecution's cross? Raven, this might pull a lot of stuff up for you. So I just want you to make sure that you hold sacred space. Whatever you feel come up, okay? I want you to trust that it's purging, clearing, especially if you have multiple, okay? So I command this persecution's cross to leave my body in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. I recognize the lessons I needed to learn. And I now call all of those energies back from all timelines and all dimensions and all space. I call all my energy back, and I step into being fully seen and to be fully heard in all levels. Okay, I let go of all fear. I release all the trauma and all the pain from my body that's attached to this persecution's cross. And just fill your body with unconditional love. Okay? And just let us know in the comments as you start releasing, because that's a big one. Hey, Melanie. Let me know what you're doing. Okay, let me know what you're feeling. Okay, I'm 57 and life been lifing. I feel you. User 393428, all these usernames. I'm coming through now. Hey, Christy. Were your messages being filtered? I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. Christina, I get permission. Boop. Christina, I get permission, stomach pain, spread to headache and lower back pain. Okay, I have permission, yes. What's first priority? Are these all attached? Okay, so these are all attached. The stomach pain that spread to your headache and now your lower back, they're all attached. Spiritual key. Demonic. Are there more than one? No. So Taco Bella. Okay? It's demonic entity, right? Attached to your body. It's a deceiver. This is a deceiver spirit. How long has it been there for? 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 15. At 16, Taco Bella is when this deceiver entity kind of attached to your body. You guys, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I learned how to tap into my intuitive testing, which I ask yes or no questions. If I get a no, I know it's not it. If I get a yes, then I'm on the right track. So Taco Bella, 16, this demonic entity, right? Deceiver. Did something come to you as a light or as a friend? Did you do any type of magic work with deities? Anyways, whatever this is, it's not good. So you get to command it to leave your body. This is how I remove. And if your mouth gets bound shut when you try to speak these words, just speak it in your mind. I command this demonic entity to be released from my body. Okay, I become invisible to you. You are not allowed to leave any trackers on my body. Okay, I bind you and cast you out of my presence for all eternity, in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. And I fill that space with unconditional love. In the name of Jesus, in the name of God, in the name of Mary, in the name of Archangel Michael, whatever you want to call in to clear, there's no right or wrong way. because you have the power to cast it out. Okay, how is everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? So you guys, make sure you get the free guide. Okay? Make sure you guys get the free guide. Rock 6 pains, scalp, head, and ears, and neck. Okay. Rock. Absorbed energy, still rock. I command this absorbed energy. You are an empath. You have to set terms and boundaries. So I just want you to start clearing all the absorbed energies from all timelines, all dimensions, all space. Lee, I just gave out a loud burp that my lower back pain gone. Yay! Yay, Lee. Yes. Ooh, good. Angela had to run to the bathroom. Okay, we worked on her mama. Had to run to the bathroom and feeling much better. You guys, your body knows how to release emotions. Some people literally throw up and purge, right? My son did that 2 weeks ago, right? Before, I would have gave him a ton of medicine, like, oh no, he's getting sick. But this time I used the 7 keys like I always do. Was it physical? Was his throwing up physical? Does he have a bug? Nope. Is it spiritual? Nope. Is it emotional? Nope. Is it absorbed energy? Yes. Oh, shoot. Did he absorb energy from me and my husband in our fight this morning? Yep. So my son's body knew it wasn't his, right? And he just threw it up. Bloop, not my energy. And he was totally fine all day. Okay. Hey, Rachel. Yes. So sorry if I miss you guys, right? Keep messaging below if I miss you. Rachel, I have permission. Yes. Okay. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Make sure you guys are following me. Make sure you're hitting that love screen. You guys, we're trying to get to 100K. Okay? If I tested for you, make sure you're just tap, 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 tap. It's the easiest thing you can do to get this information to other people. And then please, please share the free guide. Read it, learn it, share it. Read it, learn it, share it. I'm only one person. But imagine if there was 10 of me, and then 100 of me, and then 1,000 of me. That's you, right? I'm lighting a fire, I'm lighting your fire, and then you're gonna light, we're gonna create a massive forest fire of truth. Okay, we're gonna destroy the matrix one person at a time. So Rachel, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Is she an empath? Yep. Does she have multiple absorbed energies? Yes. So Rachel, I want you to clear all those absorbed energies that are not yours. Yes, Nakia. Can I please have a clearing? Oh, yes, M. Thanks for being so patient, Queen. M, I have permission, yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Okay, you guys, there is always a theme. If you've watched my lives multiple times, there's a theme, right? Last live, it was demonic entities. Like every single person, it was demonic entities. Tonight, it's all my empaths on here. Okay, this is for every single person watching this. If you are an empath and you know it, you have to, if everyone opens up to you and like tells you their life story, if this happens to you all the time, like strangers tell you their life stories, you're an empath, okay? But the problem is that you are a trash man right now. You take everybody's trash, okay? Because you have no boundaries, and so people just dump on you. They're like, oof, I'm just gonna dump. Oh, I feel so good, thank you. I feel so amazing. Yeah, you feel amazing, you freaking energy vampire, because you just dumped all your crap on me. Okay, I used to do this all the time. So M, set terms and boundaries to your energy. It's not that hard. I do not allow, moving forward, anyone to energy dump on me ever again, period. End of story. Whatever intuitively you feel like you need to say to do that, it works, okay? There's no right or wrong. That's me. Yeah, so if that's you, let's clear us all this trouble of testing. If you know it's you, clear the absorbed energies. I command these absorbed energies to leave my body now. Unconditional love. Keep breathing. Okay. Thank you, little Scott. Thank you, Nakia. Yeah, keep tapping, you guys. Yeah, I used to do it all the time too, Christy, but now you guys, when I would get any type of pain, this just happened to me, I think like last week, I got chest pain after a live. I asked, is this mine? Nope. Okay, so I absorbed someone's energy for my live, which is what I do. That's part of my gift, to empathize with people's pain. But because I knew it wasn't mine, I could clear it in seconds. I didn't keep adding to it. Does this make sense? Okay, Spacey. Spacey, let's ask. Physical, I have permission to work on Spacey. You guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're following me. Don't lose me. Get my free guide. If you want to learn exactly how I'm doing this, okay, get my $27 guide. It's going to go up to $47 in January. Just get it before the new year. If you want to learn how to do this for other people and yourself, okay, the fast and easy way. Spacey, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Multiple, yes. More than 5, 3, 2. Multiple. More than 5, 4, 5. Okay, 5. 5 absorbed energies. Okay, you guys, I'm just doing one key at a time. There could be multiple keys. Okay, so if your pain has gone down but it's still stuck, it's because there's another key. Okay? Okay, Serena C. Serena C. We're so close, you guys. Look at this. Okay, let's get to 100K. And share to as many people as you know that are struggling. I'm going to be 56 in January 4th. My mind is overwhelming my body. Okay, so Serena, I feel you, queen. You got to stop silencing your truth too. You got to start speaking your truth and setting those boundaries with your family too. Physical, emotional, spiritual is the first key. Okay, Serena. Ascension, nope. Demonic, unclean, fiery dart, a curse, a hex. I haven't done one of those on here. So a hex. Okay, a hex is something, somebody can unintentionally place a hex on you by hating you, despising you. I hate this person, right? She's vile, she's whatever, right? People put hexes on people all the time with their words. They curse people, right? That's why you never curse. Okay, you put curses and hexes on people. So if somebody put a hex on you, does she need to know the age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 10 through 20, 20 through 30, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. At 25, somebody put a hex on you. And now you're mine. Nobody listens. Oh, Zagorka. I'll get you next because I know you've been on here. So I want you to command this hex to be cleared from your body. In the name of Jesus, whatever you want, just breathe unconditional love into your body, and I command this hex to leave my body at the age of 25. Zagorka, where are you from? Zagorka, where are you coming in from? Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Queen. Where are you coming in from? Zagorka. Ohio. Where are you originally from? Hi. Oh, thank you for that. How do I remove absorbed energies? You just command them to leave your body. Breathe in unconditional love. When you command absorbed energy to leave your body, you are going to feel where they're attached instantly. You'll feel tightness somewhere in your body. That's where they're anchored in. Just command them to leave your body. Oui. Okay. From North Macedonia. Okay. I remember that. I remember you saying that last time, I think. Okay, so oui. After Zagorka, we're going to do you. So hold tight, oui. Zagorka. Oh, Serena, thank you. Absolutely hatred from coworkers. Thank you. Spot on. Perfect. Yep. You guys can test with a 99.9% accuracy, just like me. We're getting so close. I love you guys. I love this community. Okay, Zagorka, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Karma. Money karma, relationship karma. Did you used to struggle with relationships? Or if you still are, this is going to clear that and call in new positive relationships. So I want you to just I command this karma, right, that has to deal with relationships. The lesson's been learned. You learned whatever you needed to learn. So I now clear this in all timelines, dimensions, and space, and I step fully and intentionally and call in the relationships for my highest and greatest good. Yes, kids definitely can have PTSD. Yummy. Okay, physical. I have permission to test wee. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Absorbed. Wee is another empath. You're welcome, Serena. You're so welcome. Okay, Mad Me and Melanie. Melanie, uterus, and then Mad Me. So wee, she's an empath. She's a trash man. You take it on everyone's absorbed energy, queen. You got to stop doing that. You got to set those terms and boundaries. I want you to command to release every absorbed energy from this entire lifetime to be removed from your body. It's not yours. Okay? Command it to be gone. Okay? All timelines, dimensions, and space, fill it with unconditional love. You guys keep breathing as you're releasing too. A lot of us, when we get stuck in our pain, we stop breathing. Ask any woman pushing out a baby. They're like, breathe. Okay, breath moves energy, okay, and pushes things through. So keep breathing, unconditional love, and see that pain leaving your body. Melanie, I have permission to test. Yes, uterus pain. I knew it. Spiritual. Demonic. Does she need to know when this was attached? Yes. 6 years old, Melanie. Did you experience sexual trauma, Melanie? I see you guys. So working on Melanie, 6 years old. Yes, thank you. Melanie, are you still here or are you getting filtered out? Okay, so I tested demonic entity attached at 6 years old. Okay, are there multiple? Yes, legions. Is there a portal? Yes. There's a portal attached to your uterus. You guys, how am I getting these answers? I'm intuitively asking. Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Nope. Yes. So legions. Legions is like a beehive, right? A swarming beehive of entities, but they don't scare me. Nope. So Melanie, I want you to command that these legions of entities that are attached to your uterus, I command them to leave in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. I remove any trackers. I become invisible to you. You can never find me, and I cast you out for all eternity. In the name of Jesus, in the name of God, whatever you feel like you need to call in. Okay? And then let me know how that uterus pain feels. Madame. Absorbed energy. Madame, absorbed energy. You freaking empath, you. All of you empaths on here. So everybody that's on my live, you guys got to set terms and boundaries to your spiritual gifts. We were never taught how to do that. We were never once taught that we have to set terms and boundaries to our energy. Ever. So what do? Right? Nobody can take away our free agency, right? That's why we're here, to learn these things. So if you guys are here for the first time, make sure you're following me. Do not lose me. And then we're tapping to get to 100K so that other people can get these keys for free. Janet, good job. A little bit better. Good, queen. Keep breathing. Whew. Okay, we lost Melanie. I feel bad. Madame, how are you feeling? So you guys check in as these clearings, right? Let us know how you're feeling, how the clearing's going, so that if I need to tap into another key, I can. Okay, wee. Did you not get that, queen? Past life. Wee, did you not get that clearing? Past life. Karma from bad relationships. Okay, you've already learned the lesson. So it's clearing that from all timelines, dimensions, and space. Thank you, Raven. Raven, how are you feeling, Queen? Because that was a big one. Ooh, Lemmy. Oh, good. Okay. And how are you feeling, Wee? Does that feel cleared, or do you still feel tight? Raven. Okay, Christy, I'll test you next. Okay, Melanie. How are you feeling, though? The pain level? So I want you to just breathe unconditional love into that uterus, okay? Command it to be cleared. Is there another key attached to her uterus? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational path. And then there's absorbed energy there. Melanie, was I right about the abuse? And then I want to do you. Lemmy and Christy. Lemmy. So Limi and then Christy. I just want to write your names down. Yes, Annette. Absorbed. The absorbed key. Okay, Yummy. Lemmy, Christy, and then Yummy. So Annette, that was absorbed. Okay? From your dad, actually. And then Melanie, I'm trying to see how you're doing. Yes, Raven. I love you. She's like, I'm going to get you a 1K. That's right. I love it. I love it, Queen. Okay. So Lemmy, Christy, and then Yummy. Lemmy, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, the persecutions cross. This is a big one, Lemmy. I don't even have to know you, but I can tell you that you have most likely gone through most trauma, more trauma than most people. Okay? That was intentional to prepare you for what you need to step into. Okay? It was preparation to clear all the other lifetimes of trauma from being silenced for speaking your truth. So I want you to clear this persecutions cross, and I want you to call all of your energy back. Every single piece of trauma that happened to you, I want you to call all of your energy back from all timelines, dimension, and space. And I clear this persecution cross in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. And I want you to see yourself stepping fully into your presence. Fully seen, fully heard. No more silencing your truth than me. Breathe in unconditional love and clear this persecutions cross. Command it to leave your body. Christy, I have permission. Yes. Past life for you too, Christy. Same thing, Christy. Persecutions cross. You're going to do the same thing as Lemmy. The same exact thing. Yummy. I have permission. Spiritual. That's what I thought. Spiritual. You guys, if you have not gotten my 7 keys yet, I give them to you for free. Okay? I teach you the exact system. The system I use before I learned the system I teach in my $27 guide, which is way faster. But I teach you for free the keys because I'm teaching you how to fish. Because I don't want you to feel like you have to go on lives or go to doctors or go to psychics or mediums or healers to do this work. You don't need that. The truth is in here. Every single thing that you've been seeking in life, every answer you wanted to know, everything you prayed for, you received an answer. You just forgot how to listen and receive. So the keys help you to listen and to receive. Your yes and no gives you the answer. God, did you hear me? Yes or no? God, is this the right path for me? Yes or no? Okay? Yummy. Spiritual. Demonic. Are there more than one? Are there legion? Okay. Legion. Legion. You guys can test to know this for yourself too. Do we need to know when this attached? Yes. Age 1 through 5, age 5 through 10. Age 5, age 6. Yes, baby. Our Selly, your ears are cleansed from spiritual ascension. You're ascending, and that's just energy moving. So just clear that energy. Okay? It's just that I got integration, ascension. So it's not bad. It's just integrating. So it's kind of compressed. So just ask that to be cleared. All right, Yummy. What happened at age 6, Queen? So get my free guide if you just want to learn the 7 keys. Okay, if you want to learn how to do what I'm doing and help do it on other people, right? Then you want my $27 guide. We did it! Yes, everybody. I had a bad childhood. Okay. I figured. So this trauma that happened at 6 is what anchored in this, is it a portal? No, it's not a portal. Where are they at? Okay. Is it a tracker? It's a tracker. Okay. So when this trauma happened, that's when this tracker was embedded, and that's where all these legions of entities come in and out. Okay. And so you get to command this to be cleared from your body. Command the trauma to leave your body. I want you to see your 6-year-old little self. I want you to sit her on your lap, and I want you to tell her everything that she needed to hear from you. All the truth. Sit her on your lap, hug her, hold her, tell her this is the truth about that trauma you experienced. And then I want you to command those entities to be removed from your body, that you become invisible. They can no longer see you. You remove any tracker or devices implemented in your body. All timelines, dimensions, and space. They do not get to belong or stay in your body. And then breathe unconditional love. Okay? So for those of you guys who are still wanting me to check in, okay, make sure you're following me. Make sure you get my free guide. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick scan about how everyone's feeling real quick. Limmy. Persecutions cross. So the brain fog, the fatigue, the hair loss, the depression, the overwhelm raising 4 kids, it's because you have been silencing your truth for way too long, and it's building up this pressure cooker in your body, and it's starting to show. Jason, how have you been? I am so curious. I have been thinking about you so much. Yes, Lee. Christy, are you still releasing that persecution's cross? Fairy green, your brain. Absorbed energy. Lots of absorbed energy in your brain. Okay? Yasmin, endometriosis could have multiple keys, right? But the first key is absorbed energy again. Jason, how are you feeling, brother? I hope you are doing so well. I hope the energy is coming back. I hope everything's clearing. Anxiety-wise, a lot better, but now it's in my throat. Oh, I know I was having spiritual issues on it before. So Jason, let's tap into this. So your throat, it is spiritual. Okay, so something demonic is tied to your throat right now. Are there more than one? Nope, there's just one, Jason. Do we need to know when it became attached? Yes, 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 10. So at age 11 is when is it a deceiver? Yes. So this is a deceiver entity. Pretends to be something it's not. Sometimes it pretends to be light, but it's not. So Jason, I want you to I command this deceiver entity. I see you. I command you to leave my body now in all timelines, dimension, and space. You become invisible. I become invisible. You can't see me. I remove any tracers or trackers from my throat. All timelines, all dimensions, all space. Are there any other demonic entities attached to Jason? Yes. How many? More than 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 5. Are they the same deceivers? Yes. Can we remove those now? So Jason, I want you to command all deceiver entities to leave your body. All of them. Remove any tracers. They're like trackers. Do you guys know what I mean by a tracker? Like someone puts something on you and it like beep, 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 beep. So they always know where to find you. Those are the things I'm telling you to remove. So remove all of those. Those have been removed 100%. Good job, Jason. You are getting the hang of this. And then I want you to just step forward in your power, Jason. Like start speaking your truth. Don't be afraid to share things. Claim your healing and see yourself being fully healed and like super spiritually powerful. Like I'm a bad man. Like I'm a powerful man. I have powerful spiritual gifts. And just see yourself fully healed, Jason. Fully in those spiritual gifts. How do we command them to move? You just command them to. You can command them in the name of Jesus, in the name of God, in your name. Neck hernia cluster headaches. Ooh, Jennifer. Spiritual, demonic entities, legion. Let me see when this started. At 22 is when these started, Jennifer. Did something happen? So did something happen at 22, Jennifer? Anyways, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you know that these are demonic entities, legions. I had the same thing. So the same exact clearing, I command these legions of entities to leave my body in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. I remove any trackers, any tracers. I become invisible to you. You can no longer see me in any timelines, in any dimensions, in any space. Okay, I am fully healed in the name of Jesus. Anyone else who has cluster migraines or headaches, check for the spiritual key. C. Maddie, preacher man. C. Maddie, there's a lot of hexes being placed on you. So I got hexes. Physical, emotional, I got spiritual. Is it demonic? No. Unclean? No. A curse? No. Hexes. So someone's putting hexes on you. And this started happening at age 32. So clear those hexes, man. Hey, baby.
No.
Lisa, I love you, Lisa. Thank you. What, baby?
Can you?
Thank you, Jason.
Where's my pull-up?
It's in the pink backpack. And then your pillowcase is in the dryer. Okay, Kimberly. I see you, queen. Okay, all of you guys best have gotten my free guide because you don't want to be dependent on other people doing this for you. You don't want to, I know what it feels like to be dependent on doctors, on healers, on spiritual guides, on gurus. I did all those things. It was exhausting. It was exhausting. Now I can test for myself in literal seconds. Okay, Kimberly. So you're an empath, Kimberly. Again, you got to stop taking everyone's dump. Stop being the trash man.
Do you want me to go get your
Okay?
bookcase?
So Kimberly, you got to command all those energies to leave your body in all timelines, all dimensions, and all space. No wonder you're screaming out for help because you are bombarded by everybody else's energy. And you wonder why you feel like crap, and then everyone who leaves your energy, they're like, oh, I feel so amazing. Thank you, Kimberly. And you're like, thanks. Now I'm stuck with all your crap. Jason, how are you feeling? Oh, thank you, Andrea. Lori, autoimmune. So again, I'm testing the first key, but with autoimmune, there could be multiple, right? So it could have started as an emotional trauma. Is that the first key? Yep. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 20 through 30. My name is Heather. What's the first key for Lori? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational past. So it started with absorbed energy that wasn't yours, but there's multiple keys. Is there something in the physical key? Yep. Parasite, toxins. Is there more physical? Yes. Parasites, more toxins, nutrient deficiencies. So you guys get my free guide. I teach you the 7 keys, but if you want to go deep into like autoimmune, Hashimoto's, cancer, infertility, like the deep ones, you need the physical charts. I mean, you don't need them, but you need to be able to test exactly what toxin, what nutrient deficiency, what parasite, so that you can narrow it down to the exact thing that you need to clear from your body, okay? Yay, Lori, I'm so excited. Oh, Kimberly, that makes sense. Absorbing that energy that's not yours.
Yeah.
Hashimoto's. I have witnessed Hashimoto's and POTS
Your pillowcase is still wet, so we're gonna
and autoimmune stemming from some type of childhood trauma, sexual, physical trauma, religious trauma. So have any of you guys experienced that? Lemmy? Yep. That makes sense. Trauma at 6 years old that was never healed, silenced for years, turns into dis-ease, disease in the body. Dis-ease turns into disease, you guys. So the longer you have dis-ease in the body, the sicker you become, the more disease you have, right? It's just the messenger trying to speak truth. Oh, you're fine. 4 years old, Kimberly. That's when you experience the trauma, right? Rosa. Oof. Rosa, you know you're a healer, right? You know you're meant to be fully seen and to teach people. Same as you, Lemmy, same as you, Yummy. Anyone who's experienced those types of traumas, you are meant to be fully seen and to be fully heard and to speak your truth. You're meant to shine your light so brightly that it gives other women permission to shine as bright as you. The problem is we reverse that. I have so much trauma and trials, I need to dim my light to protect my abusers. I dim my light because of shame, because of guilt, because of fear. So you guys, I experienced the traumas, the worst of each kind, right? And I hid my light. I hid my light for years, fear, right? And when you hide your light, you put your light out slowly and slowly until the light gets dimmer and dimmer and darker and darker. And there's literally men and women who are about to put their lights out completely. Because every time you silence your truth, your light gets like dimmer and dimmer. But the second you reclaim, how do you reclaim your power? You go to that little girl and you tell her the truth. You go to that 4-year-old and that 6-year-old, you put her on your lap, you hold her, and you tell her all the things that she didn't get to hear, that she desperately needed. And you do that, okay? That's reclaiming your energy, your power. You bring all of those energies back to this present moment, okay? Your light will shine so bright because nobody can hurt you. And all those people who tried to hurt you, right? They didn't realize that they were literally turning you into a superwoman, a superman, right? Because now I've transmuted all of my pain and my trauma, and it's my freaking superpower. Because nobody can hurt me. Nobody can hurt my feelings. You can call me a Satan worshiper. You can call me a fake healer. Who does she think she is? I don't care. I hear it all, right? I know who I am. I want you to know who you are. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know that you're a survivor? That you survived something that should have killed you? That tried to kill you, that's trying to right now? But you got to stop listening to the haters, stop listening to the self-doubts, right? You got to go to that little girl and that little boy and tell them the truth. Because nobody else did and nobody else will. Because we're taught to what? Silence our truth. Because you're taught to what? Silence the messenger. Because you're taught to doubt and gaslight your pain. Who are you to think you have spiritual gifts? Raven, I love you. I'm here to tell you and give you 100% permission. You need to be seen and heard. You need to be seen and heard. You need to share your stories of trauma, not because you want empathy, because you're giving other women permission to say, hey, that happened to me too. That doesn't have to define me. I don't have to be a victim my whole life. Are you serious? I'm a survivor. I'm powerful. Yeah. So you follow me long enough, right? You join my community and I will make you believe in things. I will not let you fail. I just won't let you. Ask any of my friends. So what is failing and getting serious injuries for life? Can those be healed? If you believe they can, they can. If you don't believe they can, they won't. And then sometimes you have to ask the bigger question. Why? Right? There's people who are born with massive deformities. Right? They turn those deformities into some of the greatest powers. Nothing will stop them. So nothing will stop you. So everything in this life is meant to teach you a lesson. So sometimes I will say it's hard. There's people who go through really hard lessons, right? Burn victims, right? Car accidents. They're stuck in wheelchairs, right? Did that stop them from living their life? It did if they believed it was supposed to, right? So whatever you believe, if you believe you can be healed, you can. And if for some reason you aren't being healed, ask, what am I needing to learn from this? Ask God, what do I need to learn from this? And it might be as simple as because you need to understand what this feels like. So when you are with other people who are in the same boat, you can give them light and hope that they're not alone, that you see their pain. Kabantal, I keep to myself because I feel misunderstood. You will find your people. I'm misunderstood by most people, right? Because I teach on spiritual things, right? I'm an intuitive teacher. People are like, who are you to teach that, right? You will find your tribe, Ka. As you start speaking your truth, you'll find your tribe. You'll find the people who get it and they're like, yes, 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 speaking truth, fire. And then you'll get people with comments like, you're crazy, dude. And you're like, oh, you're not my people. Bye. Does sneezing a lot mean anything? Margie, what is her sneezing? For you, that's spiritual. That's like ascension symptoms for you. So for some reason I got yes for integration, ascension. So that's actually not a bad thing. So every time you sneeze, right? Be like, oof, I'm ascending. Oof, thank you. Clearing the energy. You're welcome, Janet. It's a tall one. This is actually my mom's house. We're having a sleepover tonight. So you guys, it is almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and get off this live. For everyone who I did not get to you, I see you. I love you. I will pray over you tonight. Lisa, my queen. Yes. So I love, and I seriously love every single one of you on this live. I am so sorry. If I did not see you, it was not intentional. My messages are literally going like this. So I did the best I can. Please get the free guide. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you're following me. Don't lose me. Get the free guide. Start there and share it with as many people as you can. Learn the keys. I want you to learn the keys. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. I want you to be able to say them just like that. So you can start teaching other people. Okay? Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Love you guys. Bye.